do you know? That's an insufferable way to do anything. Okay, I think it's actually working now. Let's throw something on here to see how it looks. Da 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 da. Ba da da do 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 do. Viola. Click. Click. Yep, there's all of chat at once. Cool. How embarrassingly simple. Well, that'll be fine. Once we get it. Bleh. Testing. 1, 2, testing. This would be a lot more dramatic if I actually had, like, a capture card for the Switch, because I'd just be like, hey, who wants to watch me play Paper Mario Remake again? But with only upgrading badge points. But I don't got one of those. So you'll just have to imagine it. Yeah, see, and this is another reason I remember why. Because the multi-stream is just so broken. You go to the multi-stream tab, and it just does not work. Do Rapture with nukes. Lol. Anyway, we're gonna have this load in and then dick around for 13 minutes, if nothing else, so I have something to download off of Twitch to see how the quality is. Because that's what I used to use Twitch for, because YouTube is really dumb if you're trying to download streams off of its, you know, service. It's just angry. Right. How badly? Oh my god! Why do I do things? Well, you mean you'll see him in 4 hours when there's a stream that starts later. What was I doing here anyway? Burning? No. Melting? That's not good. That means that's broken. Can I eat it? Hysterical. Okay, where was that? Was that up there? Did I scroll past it? I just saw it. Yes. So there are 2 ways of actually generating a laser that will kill something. There's either you put it into a recursive loop, and it just builds speed, much like a particle accelerator, and then eventually, once it gets up to full strength, you just shoot it out of a different angle, and then all the energy just gets sent out of the loop and into whatever it is. Or you do it the energy inefficient way, which is this. Which is just a giant block of laser gens with a chair somewhere. Chair? Hello? Maybe this is the one with the chair. Individual lasers. I must not have saved it with a seat on it. That's stupid. And there's no reactor. Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Okay, dazzle me. Yeah, baby, there we go! See, now what we usually would do is you go like this. And we're gonna go to rename. I'll probably spell designator wrong, but frankly, who cares? What this'll do is this'll give you an actual way to line up the target. How much more power with the reactor? You mean how much power does this little contraption right here cost? Because it's a lot. Okay, let's go. Let's go with something obnoxious. No, not that way. Go. Yeah, we'll go look at we'll look at how many lasers there are, and then it's probably just going to be a matter of multiplying. But I think we can see what the power draw of the ship is when all of them are on. This is the big boy WCO ship that we use for everything. So. Made by me, look it up on the workshop, type in WCO, give that mod maker some love! Because him and his team are just fantastic. That's not happy. Oh, great. That's close enough. Okay, now... Oh, yeah! Okay, you see how it's glowing over there? Slightly ominously? That's the laser doing its best to cut through the armor. You'll also... Oh, God. Uh-oh. Oh, apparently it took issue with that. They'll be dead with it. Oh, Christ. God, I just realized there's so much going on here. That's the little fucker that just spawned in that's trying to do a flyby. I think we're just now out of range. Cool. So, what we're gonna do now is gonna angle it like this, put ourselves onto the side where the laser's gonna be. The cube does not have any gyroscopes, it does not have any thrusters, it is immobile. And that reset the sound. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna push 2, and that's gonna turn off the designator. And then as soon as I push 1, there is no spool. This cube's name is now Frank. There's no spool up time, it's just immediate, and the best part of this is that it will be constant. So what's gonna happen is that we are going to hit the button for it to fire. We're going to let it go through however long it takes to shoot itself straight through to the other side. Then we'll come back into the cockpit and we'll look at what the power draw is, and then we'll fly out there with the laser off and assess the damage. And 1. If you were running that on a ship, you could have this setup built into the ship, but it would have to be run by one of those reactors running almost at, like, what? It's running at 2/3 tilt all the time when it's firing. So, let's go look at the damage. I'm gonna turn the designator back on. So now we'll have this itty bitty laser line, which is the shot it took. So it went in through this, cutting a hole as it went, and then once it breaks one block, it starts kind of cascading around. So it broke everything. I don't remember if this has a shield on it, but I don't know if I have shields turned on for this, so... And then I don't remember if it imparts force. I think it does to some extent. And all that force, basically, it works like, you know, a real bullet would. It pushes it, it goes in as a small hole and just blasts it all out the back. I think we took out the main thruster that was in the back. Yup, there's just a hole here. Now what we can do, since this is kind of a vibe, and, you know, I could totally spend another 15, 20 minutes here, but do other stuff to do before stream later, in exactly 4 hours is stream for Minecraft. But the thing we gotta do here, then, is we have to hop out of this. Am I working on making a giant laser death ray? This is... essentially the 2cm beam laser is what all of this general nonsense is, but there are so many versions, and there's been so many Space Engineers updates that, like, the original mod doesn't work anymore, as far as I know. I was using an industrial fix mod that sort of worked. I think I'm using a third one now. So basically, if you put in the number 2 and then the letters C and M, basically whatever is the most updated version is the one you should go with. It's very jank. I'm also pretty sure that it doesn't actually, like, I'm on a server right now, technically, because this is a friends game, I think. Nope, it's not 3. There it is. I'm on a friends lobby right now. If Brenton and Drew were in here, I don't think they can see the laser. I think they can hear the laser, except Drew, because he always has his game sub muted, because he's a pleb. But, like, and then sometimes block damage won't be synced between them. It's... if you're in single player, it's very cool, and it works 60% of the time. I wish there was someone I could hemorrhage money at to, like, hey, fix this. But you start dealing with, like, licensing and who's got the rights exclusively to stuff and yada yada yada, and it's like, how do I just get this to work? Whose pockets do I have to line to get the baby working again? Making me sad. Cool. Maybe they'll finally get their shit sorted out. So, what I've done is that I've added gyroscopes. Now that's just the tiny laser. That's just the designator. That's just the designator laser. And of course, it's not actually where the reticle is. It's like to the side a little bit. So let's turn off that guy and go into third person here. Kind of angle ourselves a little bit to the side. Fire in the hole. The short answer is, it depends. It could be anywhere from, like, 5 kilometers to 30. But you see, this is basically useless now. Although, actually. Let's see if the bridge is actually intact on this. I'll bet it's not. I've kind of ruined it. There's a bit of a hole here. I think this is the CIC right here. And, yeah, I like parking it in orbit and using it for, bombardments. Okay, a big DRA ship, or... Nah, a dumb NPC encounter just spawned in. Button. Button. Oh god, hold on. Gotta be careful leaving the jetpack on. Space Engineers has a mind of its own. That it will just leave the jetpack locked on and just vibing. Grids, display name, block count. Gone. Don't care. Oh, that go away. Okay. Cleaned. Except for you. Whatever. Come on, work it out, Thinkenstein. I think this will be the last thing we do for our time here. I never remember which way is up on this thing. Nope, got it backwards. Okay, so that's right above... That's right above where the laser is. The laser's coming out of there. The camera's basically under the words 2CM beam system. And that beacon is now set to broadcast at, what is that, 20,000 kilometers? So we just turn that off, turn this on. Remember, but that's not without the long-range barrel, which I will show you, and then we'll be done. Now that's still lined up with the moon, so I'm going to actually grab a grinder for this, because if I miss... miss, it'll be a problem. Button. Let's pull away a little bit so you can really appreciate just the size of it. It's 5 kilometers. 6, 7. It'd be funny if it just went the exact same length, huh? Okay, there's the distance we were at before. That's 20K gone, now we're at 30 and it's still going. I think it'll go to 40. Yep, there it is. Right at about 40. Nowhere near the moon. But in case you were wondering, it's still just as destructive 40 kilometers away. Now it is interesting. There's no box of that done yet. Oh, there we go. Here's the room or anything system awesome. Damn. Now the good thing with that world is that that world doesn't have an autosave, I think. So that'll just be exactly the same way it was when I go back in next. That's the dumb base world that I wanted to do for the Space Engineers CO2 survival server, where everyone just lives amongst the asteroids. And every once in a while, the asteroids just reset. So, I mean, you could live on an asteroid if you want to, but, I hope you're living, like, on a stick, like, 50 meters away from it. Nope. Dar. So, how's Twitch look? Woo! So that's the nonsense until Minecraft time. It's looking like Twitch works now. Hooray! Yeah, starts off for now. See you all in, sub 4 hours. Hydrate, rest, eat food. Yeah, this was 30 minutes well spent. Yay! And eat the flesh. Ta-ta for now.